Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding area. I am so excited with our guest today. You can't tell that, right?
I know.
And then we have another guy who's so excited. He can't even sit still in his pants. I hope he don't wet his pants while he's sitting.
I don't think so. He's
You
going to
don't
be good.
think so?
No.
You think he'll be okay?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
James is good.
Oh, okay, because I don't want to have a wet spot there.
Oh,
You know.
James is good.
But we have a very former runner-up in this New Hampshire pageant, and we'll say many moons ago. We'll put it that way, okay? And here's a woman that has been down and out many times, but she's always been able to bring herself back up. And she's still be getting more success. She's going to be going on. One thing I will tell you is that she's going to be doing a lot of traveling, and look for her on national TV shows very soon. And we're going to have her introduce herself and tell what she does. Camera's on you.
Which camera am I looking at? Does it matter?
Yeah.
Hi.
Pull
Cami.
it up there.
My name is
Bring it
Cami, CamiBaker.com, and I'm the author of Mingled to Millions, the art and science of building business relationships and mastering referrals, which James is very familiar with.
Yep.
And I'm actually writing a second book now. I did a photo shoot last week, and I was going to rebrand that book, and I thought, why rebrand the old stuff when I got tons of new stuff? So the new book is around how you can become a referral magnet while using your business as a force for good.
Are you going to wear a bikini when you do that photo?
Well, I'm past the public stages of bikini. I keep that in the bedroom area.
Oh, gee whiz. Well, Tammy and I don't go back 10 years?
About 10
At
years,
least 10
yeah.
years ago. Okay,
This is my
we've
fourth
known each
time.
other. Yeah? And we've always kidding each other, so she knows me by now. But I will say, if I was straight and 20 years younger, oh my God, all these men would be running away because I would take over. Kate, want to introduce yourself? Talk into the mirror. I mean,
Yeah.
no, Mike, tell everybody who you are.
I'm James
What's your last name?
Trabucchi,
Okay.
and I'm from Manchester,
Okay, and
Ward 11. Remember? I'm
I know. But okay, my question is,
What?
how do you know Cami Baker?
How do I know her? I've been following her on Facebook, and all her videos. One
how
day I
long?
came across her on Facebook, and I've been ever since then watching them all, and I've learned a lot from her. And she can inspire everybody by what she says.
And I appreciate that you said you've gotten promotions from using my material.
Yes, and I used her, and she has all her little words she can do. That's how I got into Home Depot. I used all her little segment words, and that's how I got through the interview.
Alliterations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool to find someone? And we never expected he was going to be
And you
here.
see, and she talks about on networking. You can use it not just for networking. You can use it in regular corporation jobs.
Yes,
The
you
same thing.
And when I first walked in, he said, "I know you." I thought, "Yeah, sure you do." And he said, "Yeah, no, you're the Mingled to Millions
Yeah,
lady." I
and
was
then-
like,
and-
"Wow, he
Yeah,
does."
when you came back in the room, I had to say that to prove it to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Isn't it cool to run into people like that, you know?
It is, and you know what's so important is to be able to brand yourself. And when you walk into places and you're recognized, and when you want to do the business that I do, when you want to be a public figure, when you want to make a difference in people's lives and serve people at a high level, being recognized is really important.
That's what
You know, people like you and I, if they would only realize how, when you get the feedback, yeah, I get some negative, and you probably will too, but you know what, that's okay.
I was just on the phone with a client today, and we were talking, because I do a lot of stuff with what I call cause marketing. So I help business people to use a cause that they're passionate about.
Pull in my couple.
I help people that are in business to use a cause that they're passionate about as a way to market themselves and their business. So we were talking about one of her causes and events, and she was basically telling me that there were a few people in her circle that didn't want to come around because of me. And she says, "Well, Cami, you know you are a little controversial." And I thought, yeah.
Isn't that what we're supposed to be about? I could not picture you being any other way.
I know, right?
Because-
Controversial, but always respectful.
Right.
Always doing things out of loving people and wanting to help them build their business. And if they take it the wrong way, then they just weren't meant to hear the message. That's
Right.
all.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? Is that see, you have a different way of doing construction, building business. Mine is more helping spiritually to find themselves and to give them confidence, so that when they go and talk with you, they'll have a little more confidence in themselves. So we're kind of networking that way. I'm giving him the confidence to come and talk to you.
Yeah.
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 And you know what? I have my spirit is the one who necessitates who should be coming on my show. Okay, and also I thought, well, wait a minute. My spirit said, then why the hell don't you go and invite her on your show again? And 2 seconds later, we won't say the word, and I get kicked off the air. And then I'm sure that Mary is already waiting to play to have you come on her show too, right, Mary?
I told her whenever she has time, let me know when she's on.
I was saying before the show, my friend Judy Farr, who's actually a client of mine. So when I talk about using a cause as a way to market yourself and your business, Judy had a dog, Laddie, who passed away, and she said, "Hey, I want to celebrate Laddie's life. I don't want to be sad about his death. I want to celebrate it." So as we're talking, she says, so many people in the area were friends of Laddie. And I said, that's the name of your event, Friends of Laddie.
Yeah.
So we created this event, and long story short, she ended up coming on your show and your show, and she said, "Oh yeah, you gotta see Mary's show. She's crazy. She's a lot of fun." So, and now I meet you, and I get to be on your show. That'll be a lot of fun.
See, that's all called networking,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, like James said, And this is the second time that James has been on my show. He was actually on when I had Russell Litt, right, James?
No, when you had Keith Hirschman.
Keith Hirschman. Oh, that's right. He knows a lot of political people.
Sounds like he knows a lot of people in general.
He really does. So he's a
Better know
powerhouse.
James.
One thing about James, he's got a lot of good connections. So, we'll keep on the good side of him.
So what do you do with those connections, James?
What I do with them?
Yeah.
Try to do good with it if I can.
James, if he believes in somebody, like a political person, from what Keith had told Mary and I, and what he will actually, like, if you're running for alderman person, I don't like that alderman because females are in there too, And if they're running for office, and if he believes in you, he will literally go from door to door, putting in the envelope, the folders and all.
Wow.
Walk up and down the stairs, go all the way around.
Yeah.
James is a person whom. We may not always agree with him politically or whatever, but James is very honest. And the one thing about him is that he will support what he talks about.
Well, and I can tell he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's just a genuine good person.
This is what we got to support, because she helps anyone improve their business.
Yes, she does.
If they listen to what she says, their business will improve.
Right.
Thank you.
And that's the whole thing. See here, out of the words of babes, so to speak, who would, and Jim, please don't take this in any way, but when you're an observer,
Yes.
you don't say a whole lot. But for you, I think it's a tremendous, with pride when I say tremendous feeling that you have in helping her, because none of us expected this. Am I right?
No.
You thrilled me. She walked in the door. It's like, what?
Yeah, we were both surprised, were we not,
I
Mary?
just got a message from someone and said they can't see James as he talks.
Okay, James, pull up there. There
Come
you
on in here
go.
with me, honey.
There you go. Hey,
Wait,
none of
no.
that hooky kooky now. Oh,
It's
James.
not that kind of show.
Oh, no, not yet. Okay. Now, Cece, you want to text message you can see now?
Yep.
Okay, James. But James, how did you get interested in her following her? What was the
I started
golden word?
I came across her. I started watching one of her live videos, and I was interested in the network and how somebody's actually helping to improve people's lives out there, not just stay the same old stagnant. How you can improve if you got something you really want to do. You have a passion in a job, you want to start a company or whatever. She can get you to it.
And if anybody else here has met Cami or wants to know any information, give us a call at 640-3091, and I'm sure that she'll be very happy to.
Like you said, you got it. All you do is go to CamiBaker.com,
CamiBaker.com.
and you got her.
Boy, he really knows.
And it
That's
comes
it,
right
huh?
up. And it goes
He
to
knows what kind of
millions.
car I drive.
Yeah.
But to his point, I do a lot of my Facebook Lives in the car, so I guess everybody knows what I drive.
Right.
No, you do them all, no matter where. You don't. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you're not driving while you're doing it, right?
All the
No,
time.
it's hands free.
Hands free.
Oh, okay.
Driving, but it's hands free.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I'm concerned about, you know.
I got a
Can
little
you-
clamp thing on my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
just
When
to
she's
pop it
that
up
busy,
there.
she has to do them where she can.
Because you saw where that 18-year-old girl ran into that gas tank at one of the mobile stations.
Oh,
No, but I'm not surprised.
that was because she was on the phone.
You know, the problem, I'm in favor of being attacked, but, the police have a lot to do. They can't observe all these people that are texting while they're driving. And over by where I live, I see it all the time, okay? So what made you
Line
get into
one.
this business? Oh,
Good. Non's community corner. Hello.
Yes, hi. Norm just announced that if we know Cami Baker, that we should call in to give a testimonial.
That is.
sure.
Yes,
Ha.
please do.
Please do.
Yes. Hi. Well, my name is Michael DeShavi.
Hi, Michael.
Michael DeShavi is one of my dearest friends. He lives in Brooklyn. He is a real estate agent and a consummate businessman and has bought probably 24 of my books and handed out to people.
Wow. So you believe in her, huh, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. I met Cami a long time ago when we were both involved in a network marketing company, and I actually had met her husband at the time first, and I was impressed by what he had to say. But then she called me as the networker that she is to introduce herself as a business partner, and now I didn't know her at all, and she said to me, "Well, I'm having this event that I'm going to be speaking at on Saturday, and I expect you to be there." And it's interesting. Because in her book Mingle to Millions, she tells a story about this red dress that she was given, about how she felt so powerful in it. Well, the day I met her, she was still wearing that red dress, and all I can say is I didn't have to ask anyone who Cami was. I spotted her immediately. She didn't give me a description, but just the energy that she threw off and the powerfulness that she had in that red dress, I knew right away who I was looking for.
Awesome. I've known Tammy for about 10 years now, maybe a little longer, and I've seen her from the up to where she is today. I just love her personality.
Yeah, it really draws you in, and when you read her book, and I've been fortunate enough to really know the material in the book, some of it as she was writing it. She just makes it so real. It's like, hey, if I can do it, you can do it.
Now, what's the name of the book
Don't get
again?
me wrong, well, Cami's book is Mingle to Millions, the art and science of building business relationships and mastering referrals.
I love this guy.
Yeah. And she's running another one, right?
Did you
No,
know?
I didn't know that. Cami, you holding out on me?
Well, I just decided about a week ago, my friend, I was going to rebrand Mingle to Millions. Then I thought, why rebrand something that's already existing? I'll just write another one. So the new book, so Mingle to Millions is almost like the elementary level compared to what I'm getting ready to write, which is more like calculus. Or advanced anyway. And so we'll be talking about how you can become a referral magnet and attract all the resources, relationships, and revenue that you want to attract.
That rock.
Yep, that rock. You're right.
Hey, what would you say if I invited you to Nick? Because she'll be coming on again, and she can let you know if you want to come down in person and sit with us.
I would love to.
Okay, so we'll let them know, right? Okay.
Absolutely, Michael. I'm going to come back in about 6 months. Why don't you
Yeah.
come visit?
Sounds great. I may be spending a lot of time in the area in the next few months anyway, so that'll be great.
Nice.
He's from New York.
He's from Brooklyn.
Boy, I can hear that accent like there is no tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no,
All the voice classes didn't help.
Yeah. Well, no. One of the things I want to tell you, I do readings on TV. One of the things I want to tell you is not to be afraid to write your own book.
Thank you. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just published a novel, and the novel was just released a couple of weeks ago.
And what's the name of the novel?
Nellie and Mrs. W.
All right. See, I love promoting
It's a-
people. You know,
I'm sorry?
I love promoting people, don't we, Mary?
Yep.
Mary is
That's the
my
best part
co-host,
of
but
it.
she also has her own TV show. When you come up here and you let us all know, then we'll keep you busy. We'll bring you on the show with our hot, sexy bomber here. You know?
Yeah, no, I would love to do that, and I want to thank you, Norm, for saying what you just said, because you know I have the novel, but I've had in my mind to write a nonfiction book that's really personal, because
Right.
I lost my spouse almost 4 years ago, and it's been really beyond devastating, and I've had to go through a lot of depression and a lot of help.
Right.
And I've been wanting to write this book on resilience. And I spoke to Cami's friend Lindy Eldridge about it from the Happiness Jungle. And I actually already know the title of the book. It's just a matter of now to start to write it.
Yeah. May I give you a message from your spouse?
Sure.
Your spouse told you that they are very proud of you and the way you're finally getting your life together, and does not want you wants you to stop feeling sorry for your loss and grow some, you know what, and start improving, and right from the heart. Okay, and your spouse does not want you to be alone, but he or she wants you to find someone that will also make you as happy as this person did.
Thank you. Yeah, I needed to hear that. I know one of my spirit guides has been talking to me a lot lately about, come on, it's been 4 years. It's time for you to press the reset button and really get going here.
Right, and I agree with that. If you want to talk, I'll give you my office number, which is area code 603-641-3187.
3187.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
great.
also
Well,
on Facebook.
thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Okay, you have a great day. Remember, you're the winner.
I love you, Michael.
Love you too, Cami.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's cool. So you you have a lot of fans, don't you?
He's so sweet. I have said to him many times, how can somebody live in New York City and be that sweet?
Right. He has COPD.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. I didn't want to say it, but he sounds like a tremendous man. He's been through hell and
Just
back.
wonderful.
And it's good to hear how you helped him build that foundation. Did you ever, we'll say 15 years ago, did you ever realize that you were going to be this strong in helping people?
You know, might I just say that 15 years ago I had gotten sober, but 19 years ago, when I was laying on a couch at 9 o'clock in the morning with a drink in my hand watching Jerry Springer and wanting to commit suicide, I didn't think I'd be doing this.
I 23 years ago, I didn't think I would be either, because that's when I got sober too. I walked all the way home from dairy crying, oh my God, what am I doing that's so wrong? You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, I don't believe in failure. And
I don't either. Fail forward fast. That's
Right.
how you get to success.
Right. You can lay on the ground, poor me, nobody cares for me anymore, you know. Or you can get up, pull your boots on, you know, get rid of your kitty shoes and all that, get off the pity pot, and just start creating.
Well, you know, when people say to me, oh, you don't understand, I'm a single mom, or I don't have any money, or I don't have this, and they have all these excuses, I'm like, I have been there. I've been through all of it. And 2017, when I met somebody online and moved to Washington State.
That's why we never heard from you for a while, huh?
You didn't hear from me for 7 months because I was not allowed to talk to anybody else. Wasn't allowed. And when I escaped from there, November 19th, 2018, and came back, I was broken. I was torn apart. My friend Lindy Eldridge with the Happiness Jungle TV show told me I was back in about 2 weeks. She saw what a mess I was. She said, all right, you got to put your big girl panties on. You got to come back on TV with me. And it was between Christmas and New Year's 2018 or 2017, that I just snapped to, and I said, I got to fix this. I can't just lay around.
Do me a favor, message me her name and notice I can get her on the show. Is she in New Hampshire?
She will actually be visiting at the end of March. Yeah, Lindy Eldridge.
Okay, maybe we can bring you both on then.
Yeah.
You know, I love having new people on.
Yep.
You know, I don't bring
That's
a whole.
the idea
I
of it.
still bring in psychic, but not a whole lot of them. I'm more into bringing natural healers, but I don't call them healers. I call them tools. Like with you, you're a tool how to improve yourself.
That could be
You
taken the wrong way, but I know
Right.
how you're using
But
it.
you know what I mean? 'Cause you're using it because your messages are tools from the spirit to help you to help other people.
I feel like I channel it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
And when people say, "Oh, I'm a great healer," no, because once you say that you're a healer, then you people like we'll say James over here that he might have a heart problem and want him in the, and they say, "Wait a minute, let me finish here." And a healer, what about spiritual? Say, "Oh, I can heal you from this." Okay, what you should be saying is, "This I am a tool to help heal someone."
I call it conduit. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
a conduit.
yeah, so yeah, you know, we are all messengers from the spirit.
Yeah.
When you call them God, when you call them James or whatever, and whatever, we're all use the tool. You know, I do a lot of personal counseling, and like yesterday, I had a man. Oh my God, I really thought, I thought I could have to call the police and go down there, and luckily, I was able to help to realize no person. And that you realize that too. No person or thing is worth killing yourself for. Because what you're doing is you're allowing that person to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So what inspired you to write that book?
Michael mentioned being in network marketing, and I was in network marketing for 5 years and had a lot of success really quickly. And I went through literally thousands of people and hundreds that I personally coached. And I have a knack for being able to meet somebody, build instant rapport, and do business with them. And my team was like, how do you go to a networking event at 7 in the morning, meet somebody, 6:30 at night, they're at another stranger's house at some meeting joining our business. How do you do that? So I started teaching people one at a time. Hey, meet them at Panera's. Listen, here's how you give a good handshake. Here's how you create conversation. And then we had 20 in my living room with a flip chart and talking about personality styles and body language and mirroring and matching. And I was in that network marketing for 5 years. And when I split up with my husband, I was in that business with, I gave him the business for freedom, gave him the business. And when I decided for my freedom, I thought, well, I don't need a network marketing company. I don't need a real estate company. I don't need somebody else's logo. I've done hundreds of case studies myself. So I wrote the book and I created who I wanted to be.
And you know what? And this is every step, every journey that we go on, like when you gave your husband that networking and taught you time to move to another avenue. It's time for you to say, I can do this. Mm-hmm. And see, I don't believe in disabilities. Okay? I really don't. People can, don't get me wrong, there are people obviously who have mental challenges that we can't do and all that. But I also believe that people who could be I have a lot of friends who have MS or maybe cerebral palsy or whatever. I believe that they can improve their lives if they want to. I believe in a lot of natural healing. And I think you do too. I don't picture you running into, doc, I get a headache, or doc, I get a tummy hurt, right?
I've never been a complainer.
No. And I don't have time for it. Am I temperamental?
I don't have patience for people who are like that.
Yeah. I don't know how my partner puts up with me. I really don't.
He's a good guy.
He really, I stomp my feet. I have I'm an old queen. Oh, yeah.
Have a sissy hissy fit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How he puts up with me, And he's just, one time I looked at him, you're going to leave me. I know you are not. He looks at me, turns over, and goes back to sleep.
Oh, he's used to seeing that.
Yeah. But when we count our blessings for people like yourself, writing that book, and people like James, who was inspired, that gives you an inspiration on why you want to write it.
My life used to be like this.
Yeah.
Up and down, never going anywhere.
And now what's happening?
It's going this way and inspired because of her.
No.
Because of you.
Stop.
No,
it.
it's because because you inspire people to get off the pity pot, like you said, and do something.
See, in Ginger, there is a word,
Sometimes it
pity
takes
pot.
one person sometimes to inspire someone to
It's
say,
being
you can
used.
turn your life around.
That's so true. It's so true. And people will ask, well, how do you do that? How do you go from, because there's been a lot of times from alcoholism to getting sober, from being a captive to escaping and recreating. And there's a philosophy that I have, and I don't know who I stole this from, but it's a great one. Most people go through life thinking, well, when I have enough money, then I'll be happy. When the kids get out of school, then we'll be able to spend money on this. Or they're always looking for that they're going to do something before they can be happy or be successful or be healthy. And my perspective is you spin that around, you got to be that person that you want to be, because when you be that person, you will naturally do what they will do, and then you will have what they have.
You know, and that's it. And I find that like I know a lot of people, and you do too, that are pretty wealthy. You know what I mean? Millionaires or whatever, but they're not happy.
Yeah.
You know, they have, like, I have some friends of mine that live out of the area, and one man lost a job for $250,000 a year. His wife was making $150,000. They really lived enough, and they honestly did not know what they were going to do. And I'm sure you've heard stories like this before. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? Cut down. Be you. His children won't talk to him anymore because they lost all that money. I said, get rid of your house. Live in the means that you could afford. And I feel that you could attest to that. We should not be living higher than our means. Unless you're a millionaire like James over here, then we can.
Well, when I
You
talk
don't
about...
have to be a millionaire to go upwards.
Yeah.
Well, when I talk about be that person that you want to be, and then you'll do what they would do and have what they have, it could be, instead of waiting to be healthy, waiting till you have enough money to buy healthy food and then you'll be healthy, well, just step into, listen, I'm healthy. I'm a healthy person. Because I'm healthy, now I'm going to do what that person would do and have what they would have. So, be that good parent that you want to be. When you be it, then you'll do what that good parent would do, and you'll have a happy child and a happy family and a happy relationship. So it doesn't all have to do with career and money and all of that. Now, having said that, a couple of months ago, when I first came back from Washington, and I've been back for about about 14 months now. When I first came back, and I was just broke, busted, and disgusted. It took me a year to just really find my feet again. But in December, I moved. I got a new house. I got a new car. I just had a whole new wardrobe and photo shoot because I'm just stepping into Cami Baker 2.0,
Honey, you should see her in a bikini.
Stop it.
But the one thing, see, every step that you took, has made you an example of your book. You've lived it. Okay, you're a good example of how you can improve your life if you want to.
Well, I think anybody that's a coach, that's a mentor, that's any good, they had to. You gotta have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. You can't teach people how to get through bad times in life unless you've been through them too.
Thank you.
And what I went through with that relationship, it actually has made me a much better person. I have so much more compassion for people because being this strong, dominant personality that people see, I never had anybody take advantage of me or hold me down or control me. And this person didn't even let me have my friends. I couldn't get a text or a phone call without hearing about it for hours. And so I just shut down and stopped looking people in the eye so that I didn't have to explain why I was looking at them. And at the time it was horrible, but I remember when I got through it, I thought, you know what, I really feel for people that are in that situation now. Because I used to say, oh, tell him to go screw off. Come on out, let's go out and play. You don't have to do what he says. And now I know what it's like to be in that situation. Yeah. And I have a lot more compassion. And when you have your freedom taken away, you really appreciate it when you get it back. I just appreciate being in my car and being able to open the sunroof and turn on my music and listen to it.
No sunroof.
Okay. But without having to explain myself or tell somebody where I'm going or justify why I'm listening to the music I'm listening to. Like, it's important to have your freedom.
Yeah, that's like that. We don't have I don't have a lot of money, because I'm retired and stuff or whatever. But the one thing I look at Scott and I look at my family, I say, you know what? I'm pretty content. I don't have a whole lot of money. I had it all at one time, but I am more content at what I have. I have a nice apartment. It's not the Taj Mahal. It's not a $1 million mansion like James over here has or whatever. But I have a pretty nice apartment.
You do.
James and I are going to get married. He's going to take me away from all this.
There you go. You got it. And I have, I have some friends that live over in the Bahamas that I've been invited to go to spend, a couple of weeks here, and I really, I had it all, but I was never happy. I made a lot of money. The partner I was with, we both made a lot of money, but we never found what we were looking for until I lost everything and had to gained everything. And you're the same way.
Well, because you appreciate it now.
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
appreciate everything now.
And when I do private counseling, and these people, I love it, and I'm sure you do too, because you private counsel as well.
I do coaching, yeah.
Yeah. And I love it when they, poor me, when they try to tell you a bunch of sad stuff, and you look and say, you know what? I've been there. I've done it. Don't try to BS me. And when you're BSing me, you're only hurting yourself. And I'm sure you had the same.
Well, I'll use Michael for an example because I love Michael and he loves me, and I
Yeah,
can
found in
speak.
it.
He, there was a point when I was coaching him, it was time for him to get some new headshots, and he needed to drop a little weight. And thank God, about 5 years ago, I had put on about 25 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a little thing going on there. And I was like, whoa, that's got to stop. So I fixed it. I went and got private training, and I fixed it. And I remember even then I thought, I'm so glad that I went through that. At the time, I didn't like it. But when I fixed it, I was like, there's something else I've been through, and I can talk about that. So when it was time for Michael to get new headshots, and he said, well, I don't really like the way I look. And I had that conversation of, well, then you need to fix that. It wasn't from, you should do something about that. It was from, look, I've had to fix that too. Here's what you need to do. And I could talk from integrity about not pointing the finger, but embracing him,
And that's what it is. We can say it all life long and say, oh, poor me. But, see, folks, it's people like her, and we look at James and how how she has inspired him.
She already told her story.
Yeah.
Her life history.
Right.
Once in the video.
Yeah. And folks, he's listen to him. He's all excited. He's an avid follow of hers. Now, you have a TV show?
I do. Have you seen The Happiness Jungle?
No, not yet.
Uh-oh.
Well, I've invited you to be on, but
Yeah.
we shoot it on
Yeah.
Wednesdays in Nashua at the Nashua Public TV station,
Right.
so you can't come. But
No.
but yeah, every
Yeah.
Wednesday, me and my friend Lindy Eldridge, who is the creator of the Happiness Jungle TV show.
And what time is that on?
We do it at 2:30 and 3:15. They're 27-minute shows,
Okay.
and we bring on anybody that's.
And what's the station?
I'm sorry.
What's your station?
It's Nashua Public Access.
And if they're in Nashville, what channel?
That's a great question. I know that it's on the YouTube channel. It's on my Facebook. I don't know what channel it is.
We're on channel 23 here
I saw that.
locally. And I can't believe it, next month I'll be on 19 years. And I've learned, and one thing about having your own, as you know, one thing about having your own TV show is it gives you a lot more confidence. Mary, you've been, 2 years now?
Yep, going on 3.
Going on 3 years, okay. And she actually started out here.
Confidence and credibility
Thanks to Nom.
and great
started out
friends.
with
You
him.
can meet people in a really interesting way. Hey, do you want to be on my TV show?
Yeah.
They look at you with
fun.
stars in their eyes.
I
Hey,
go
It
down
took me
drawing
3
it.
months of begging for her to come on.
that's
And then
right.
one day,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Now, what made you create your show, Norm?
It was really funny. It was called Northern Second World, as you know. And I said, I wonder what it'd be like. And then my former partner, who's up there now, and we got talking about it. And Buddy Stewart, who was a good friend of mine, he used to have Big Time Wrestling, a half-hour segment. And when I talked to him about it, and I said, okay, so then I went and got an interview. And when the interview, I passed on. And then I said, no, I'm not going to go on. I said, no, not me, And all of a sudden I said to Jerry, who my partner at the time, that says, Pat, I said, I'm not going to do it. He said, oh, yes, you are. I said, you prove to me that I need to do my show. And sure enough, and he said, I ran into a friend named Norman Moody, who's a psychic, and now he's going to come on live on Channel 23. And I'm like you are. I can't make anybody look like they're a fool. You know what I mean? So, oh, my God, the first day I did my show, oh, what a nightmare.
Do you still have a copy of it? Do you ever watch it?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
We should play it now.
I would love to see that.
I'm going to have to see
right?
if I can find it, yeah. She had on a bright red outfit with red lipstick. I had a funny-looking tie, and I'll have to see if I can find it. And it was a half hour. The room was, oh, my God, maybe here to here with two big cameras, a little fireplace with a table, what's it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was a real small studio, And then I had my second show was I had this girl come on. Oh, my God. She sat there like this. And I'm there, oh, God. But then after it got on, I got more confidence in myself. And then we moved to Commercial Street, I think it was called. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, Commercial Street. And I started out with an hour show. Then I ended up doing an hour and a half twice a week. And now I'm doing a 2-hour show. And you know what? I have only missed 4 shows in 19 years.
Wow.
And Mary, your house seems to be improving since you've been coming here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mary has not missed a show, have you?
Yeah, I have because of the snow.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that having your own show, that gives you a lot more confidence, and it gives you something. So, like you, I would encourage, and you do the same, do your thing. Whether you have a viewer or not. Do what you need to do. Glenn Olet, he's a renegade.
He who?
Glenn Olet, his friend there.
Oh.
He really is. Don't you agree? He's a renegade. He
You
will
used the magic
defy.
word confidence.
Yeah. He will do what other people won't do. Okay, like he brings in people from the music videos and stuff like that. And, I give him a lot of credit, but he said he's definitely not a conformist, and neither am I, and neither are you. I wouldn't. Could you picture you and I being conformists?
No, and that's why when I was called controversial today, it was one of the best compliments I've ever heard. And, for me, from a business perspective, I'm always looking at how do you market, how do you monetize, how do you brand, how do you use it to your advantage, and how do you, not to take advantage, but to have the advantage. And as a business person, to have a TV show or a Facebook Live series or a radio show or podcast, it's beautiful for marketing.
Right. You actually beat cancer.
I did? When?
You would not, like 3-4 years ago, you will not allow any sick virus into your body.
Huh.
We're born with it. I truly believe that we have that cancer cell. What do you think? Okay, that's like we're born with sugar, with diabetics. We're born with all these sickness. So it's all in how we take care. Because you will not allow that negative energy to grow into your body.
That's the truth.
Okay. You got to keep talking. I'll be right back, and then you're going to shuffle these, and we're going to do a quick reading.
Awesome.
Okay, so keep talking about your book and whatever. I'll be right
Awesome.
back. Mary, you have any questions for her?
Yes.
Oh, Mary's going to.
Nice. well, James keeps mentioning the word network, but actually, I've come up with a different word, and it's netwebbing. And the analogy is this: is that networking doesn't work because it's random activity. You show up and throw a bunch of business cards out, and you wonder why people never call you.
Yeah.
So networking doesn't work. Netwebbing is a way that we can leverage our time through planned strategy. And I got tons of analogies, but it sounds like you got a question. Let's hear it.
Now, we'll start out with this one. Now, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Oh, Lord, I'm real, I'm raw, I'm relatable, and I'm reachable. I'm everywhere. My cell phone number is out. It fascinates me when people are in business and they don't put their cell phone number out there and they hide. 603-785-2598. It's actually right here on my hip. It's not a fake number that goes to Google somewhere. Cami at CamiBaker.com. CamiBaker.com is my website. And all you got to do is look online and you'll find thousands of me. Pictures,
there you go,
photos.
folks. You want to get a hold of her, call her up.
Live videos.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, and you take appointments,
Well, usually people...
is there like a group?
People will find me at events or see me speak. I do a lot of speaking engagements. I love to speak and teach and serve large groups. Usually, if we're going to talk about working together, we'll set up an appointment. I've actually got some specific questions that I send over to learn about what are they already doing in their marketing and branding, who are their perfect clients, what are they doing to find those people, because ultimately working with me is about marketing. It's about promotion, it's about sales training and personal development. All of that stuff rolled into one. So instead of spending money on Facebook ads and pay-per-clicks and all of that stuff, I teach people how to get out and fish for themselves, how to show up with that confidence and be so confident and so alluring and have such a strong energy that you just attract people. Yeah.
That's good. I was just going to ask you that. If somebody wanted, how would I put it? I'm going to be nice. I'm always nice.
I was going to say, you got to be nice. Holy crap, what are you going to say, Mary?
That's what I always say to everybody. I even say it to Jim. If somebody wanted to get in, say, wanted to call you up, now, is there, you have to be like I have cards to tell where I'm at and tell me what to come on the show or something like that. Now, what do you mean by marketing?
So, when we use the word marketing, I was just asking a gentleman who owns a gym yesterday that I was meeting with. I said, what does marketing mean to you? Because marketing means something different to everyone.
Yeah.
But marketing, to me, the definition of it is the art of letting people know that you exist. In other words, how are you letting the world know that you're in business? So marketing is letting people know that you're there and you're in business. So for me, I teach people how to market with personal relationship, building relationships in order to market themselves. So when I talk about using a cause as a way to market yourself and your business, it gives you something more interesting to talk about. So when you're out at these networking events and people say, hey, what do you do? My name's Cami, what do you do? Don't be so worried about what you do or what they do. What are you doing? What are you doing in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And so when I was in real estate and I was always doing antique car shows and things like that, you all right?
Yeah.
See,
I'm overwhelmed by your energy.
when people would ask me, what do you do? I would say, I'm so glad you asked because I'm doing a car show. And all the proceeds go to the Live and Let Live farm. And we're looking for hot cars and people who love cars, people who want to help the Live and Let Live farm. So it always gave us something different to talk about. And that's one of the many things that I teach my clients to do. Have something to talk about that you're doing in the world, because when you bridge that humanity gap and meet people where they're at, the business naturally flows. And now you don't have to be salesy and icky. Get rid of the salesy, icky stuff. Just show up authentically.
And that's the good part about it. Yeah, take a look, shuffling it up really good. One of the things that I look at doing, because I've seen you on both sides of the coin, so to speak. You were pretty successful as a real estate agent, weren't you?
I was very successful as a real estate agent. I did House Hunters, did a couple of TV shows, you know.
Yeah. Now, but did you spend the money as fast as you made it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, you kind of enjoyed life.
I have enjoyed. I
have no regrets.
Just because you're a good business person doesn't mean you're a good with your finances.
Hanging on your own money.
But I've always paid my bills.
Yep.
I'm not behind.
Now you know how I get people elected. When people need palm cards or anything, I teach them how to market themselves onto the card.
Oh,
how you
because of her
market
show?
it. Yeah, I use her networking in politics on how you get people elected and all this.
And what's the name of her show? James? What's her show called?
Happy Jungle. See, but you can take it from a business point of view and put it into politics and other things. It's not just a business relationship.
It's true.
And you even got a book from her, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got my book.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because Jane, I love the energy that you're having here.
Yes.
You know, I also believe this, that there's no accident, there's no quit. You are meant to be here. I don't believe in accidents.
And he'll actually read the book. I don't know about you, but I know he
I'm going to
does.
read the book
He's
now.
gonna sleep with it.
I'm going to go home and start reading the book tonight. That's how it is.
Oh, I read, but I have a lot of, I have a little library wall that comes in there, and I read them out. A lot of times I'll take quotes from different books and put them on it.
But this book you will learn a lot from.
Well, you have a video show?
A video show?
Yeah, I mean, you're on YouTube.
Oh, I got yeah.
How would
YouTube,
they get to your
Facebook
YouTube?
Live.
Yeah.
On
Facebook
Facebook
Live
Live.
is a big thing.
Yeah, I'd like you to take out 7 cards. Don't look at them.
Folks, if you call in, you have 2 things to give away. A little frog for the Irish. And
Oh,
a
there you go.
tie that has 4-leaf clover, 3-leaf clovers.
For St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
Well,
The-
that's another question I'm going to be asking on my Facebook. What is St. Patrick's Day? Okay. I'm looking at you. You're going to need a companion.
Lord help. Yes, I do.
And the companion you're meeting is going to be just as motivated as you are.
I would love to see
So
that.
actually, he is going to give you a run for your money
I would love to see that.
because you need to have that confidence. You need to have that. And by doing it, so you need to have that reassurance that you're on the right path. Outwardly, you're one hell of a successful story, but inwardly, there are times you'll say,
I'm
am
human.
I really? Yeah, you know. That's like with me, I keep saying, and I'll say to Scott, am I really that successful? Am I really this way? We are only, we are only as successful as we will allow ourselves to be.
Ain't that
It's
true?
up to it. As a child growing up, you grew up pretty lonely, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You really felt like you were always in everybody else's way. But it made you stronger for who you are today. Am I right? Your mother, your real mother, I got to tell you, she's creamy. She said, she wants you to forgive her. Okay. But she had no choice in the matter. Because she was going through a lot of her own personal crisis. And she also believes had she not given you up, you would not be alive today. Okay? And she wants you to forgive her. And I think you have, you know, because the adoption made you stronger for who you are today. And yeah, adopted mother could care less one way or the other. I'm sorry, I don't mean cold when I say that. I want you to know that, okay? But I also will tell you go to India.
India.
Yeah. You have a passport?
I do.
Okay. You're going to do a show in India. Okay, because you are a strong, empowering woman. And there's a group there, something about being called empowerment, that you're going to be giving a speak. And I'm looking at 10,000 people. And you're going to be one of the top stars. It may not be tomorrow, obviously, but I'm looking at one in the next 5 years. I also, you've got a lot more success coming. I also will tell you, you're going to be doing an awful lot of traveling. And you have a dog?
No.
No, because you don't have time for it. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, because you also know that you don't have the time and that to care for the dog the way it would need to be cared for. I also will tell you that your child, there's going to be a big change about with her. So, because you're there to support whatever she does. You may not always get along that well, but because you're too much alike. You know, you're both very powerful women in your own respect, in your own rights. But you will always be to support whatever she does. Okay? And then, does she live with you?
No, she's on her own.
That would be too much tension there.
Yeah.
Okay? You're also going to be a grandmother.
And not anytime soon. No, I don't know. No.
Besides, when she's around 21 or 22.
No, she's 20 now, so.
So, and you're going to make a great grandmother. You just don't want to show your... But I also will tell you, the person I see you meeting is about 5 years older than you are. And you're not going to like him at first. Okay? Because there's that power struggle. You know, oh, no, I'm going to do it my way. No, you're going to do it. You know, and you two, this is what's going to make you two thrive because you'll have a lot in common. He looks like he'd be a college professor. You don't have time for non-intellectual people. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, yeah.
You need someone that will be able to carry on like a conversation that you have. And someone, even though you have an expensive taste, let's be honest, but you're learning how to control it better. You're learning to control what you have and what you can afford. You know, I see so many people that, well, I have a Maserati or a theater or whatever, the most expensive cars in the world, but it's all show. With you enjoy what you're doing and you take advantage of what you have. But you've got to learn. You know what speeding tickets are here?
Speeding tickets?
You ready for one?
Am I ready for one? I don't know, am I?
Well, it's up to you. You can avoid it by keeping an eye on the speedometer and an eye on the rear mirror. Because you're gonna usually you can talk to the police officer and talk your way out of it. Maybe bat your eyelashes a little bit, but it won't be a female, so you won't be able to get away with it. And also will tell you that you're going to win some kind of award for the work of the promotion. I want you to be aware that you have a lot of people that are jealous of you. Isn't that sad that people have to be jealous? Instead of incorporating what we do together, people have to be jealous. And 9 out of 10, they don't even know why they're jealous. Okay? I do see you going to Canada. I actually will tell you, when 2020 is going to be your year for traveling. Okay? I can see you going on something like the Ella DeGeneres show. What's her name, Ella?
Ellen DeGeneres?
Right, I call it DeGeneres, but that's all right. But I actually see you going on a show like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be very cool.
Okay.
This was the stepping stone.
Yeah. This is the beginning. And that TV show that you have, what's it called?
Happiness Jungle.
Okay. And it shows what?
It's on our YouTube channel. I don't know what channel
Okay.
it's on.
Okay. But I actually will tell you, there's a lot more success coming to you. If you are not a multimillionaire by the time you're 55, that's your own fault. And I know you're not 55 yet. Long way to go.
I'm 50.
Are you? Okay. Well, you still have a long way to go. You got 5 years. You can do it, right?
I can do it.
And I also see you buying a house on the ocean, and it will be yours. And I don't see it as a condo either. I see it as a house. Okay. Wow, the last 4 years have been hell for you, haven't they? You've lost, you've come back. You've lost, you've come back. But the one thing about it gives you better strength. Okay. And as I told you before, I see you actually had deep cancer. I wish there was a way I could prove it to you, but when your energy gets low, and gets really low, and then you just blah, that's when you say, wait a minute, I'm not going to let this negative energy control over me. And that's when you need to rebuild. But you also, when was the last time you actually took time for yourself?
I don't know how to answer that. I feel like I'm always time for myself and
No,
never.
you're not. Always, your brain is always boom, 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 boom,
I'm always
boom, boom,
on,
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. How can I improve this? How can I improve that? Boom, 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 boom.
Always.
Now you need to take maybe a 4-day sabbatical, no cell phone, no TV, and just go to the ocean. You like the ocean or the mountains?
Ocean.
And just allow yourself to get re-energized, because I don't want you to wear yourself out. Because you're a very hyper-strung level. And when you get tired, then you can get really tired. But it's time for you, seriously, to take and hide your cell phone and all that. Now, I know it's almost going to be impossible for you to do, but you got to take time, because you're not treating yourself fairly. You're actually abusing your mind and your body. Does that make sense to you? What do you think, Jim? You also, there's a movie that somebody's going to take you got to have a TV, A&E, where they're going to have you talk about your book. And they want to do a documentary where how you derived for that story. So be prepared for a lot of success, because you are never going to get anything that you don't deserve. Okay. Like when
Good or bad.
Good or bad, that's right. We deserve whatever it's how we manufacture it, how we make it grow, how we make it do this.
True.
I can talk like that, folks, because I've known it for a long time. Oh, you were not lucky in love, were you? Even
Come on, you pulled over a king. That should be a good thing. No?
Not the spades.
No. Yeah.
When it's a king of diamonds, that's always a good thing.
Oh.
A king of hearts. But this person that you would live with, how long were you with this gentleman?
7 months.
Okay, see, the last 4 months, but you really literally had that escape for your
Yeah.
life, didn't you?
Yeah.
It shows me right here. And when you first met him, he was all peaches and cream, and you met him on the internet. Now you know not to go on the internet anymore, right?
I try not to, but
The right person will come when it's actually you're going to be at one of your conferences when you meet Mr. Right. He's like Latino. You like tall men?
yeah.
He's kind of tall. ooh, he's hunky. Okay.
Of course he is. If he's mine, he's hunky.
Yeah, but he takes a great pride in his personality. He also takes pride in his appearance. But he could talk about a neat freak. You may clean the house because you're pretty spotless too, right?
Mm-hmm.
He may just do it over again.
Hmm.
Okay, because you two have your particular way of doing things. Okay, one of the things I will also tell you, there's a gentleman that has passed that told me that he's sorry that the way he treated you and he wants your forgiveness. Could be somebody from maybe a stepdad or a foster dad or whatever, or some man you might have known for quite some time, but he's actually saying he did not treat you the way you should have been treated.
Mm.
Because you had to be self-taught. And by you being self-taught, you were able to teach other people, like that gentleman that called. He's in love with you, by the way. See, that's what it showed me. That way
He would be more likely to be in love with you.
No, that's all right. He's still in love with you. I kind of thought that, but I didn't want to say it on the air because I don't know how he would have received it, you know. See, this is where you had that unhappy relationship. What gave you the courage to leave?
Because I was losing myself, and it was either be totally absorbed and just disappear or get out.
And your spiritual guide taught you how to do that. You know that, right? You know we all work with spiritual agents and guides. And one of your spiritual agents is, why are you so afraid to call upon us? Let us help you. You want success? Let us help you. Now, one thing I will say about amethyst wildflower, but anyways, now one thing I will say, because my friend Nick Delacava and I were talking to her, we said, do we really have angels? She says, yeah. Well, how come they're not helping? And she said, have you ever asked them? Once I started throwing away my ego, and you knew me when I had that big ego out here. Once you throw away your pride, your ego, then that's what, like you had to do. That's when you become successful.
I've been told you should talk to your angels more. I just don't think about it. It just doesn't occur to me to do that.
Well, you know what? They're there with you. I have a feeling your subconscious mind will do it for you. Your subconscious mind never sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
It still works and works and works. You know, even Mary's subconscious mind is always working. You know.
I believe in angels.
Yeah.
To me, for my advice to you, talk to an angel. Pick out an angel that maybe that someone you knew that had passed away that was in your life. They're an angel. Talk to that angel.
Yeah.
My adoptive father is my guardian angel.
Talk to that angel.
Absolutely. That's when the man that I was trying to see, and that's when I want your forgiveness. He was accused of things that he never did to you.
I don't know anything about that, but
I'm just telling you, this is what he's saying. He says, you know, I never harmed you. Yeah, was your adopted mother kind of like a psycho?
she is. Yeah, he wasn't.
No, he was sweet. He was intelligent.
He was
If I told you she helped him go to the other, you know what I mean? Gave him medication when he didn't really need it, in other words. Okay. You had, the next 4 months, you have a lot of decisions to make. Do you want to stay here in the area where you're in, or do you want to move to another area? And it's going to be in the next 4 months. I don't see you buying a house right away. You rent a house right now, or an apartment?
I live in a house. Yeah.
By yourself?
No, I have roommates, housemates.
Yeah, that's cool. You can't be alone. When you're alone, you will dwell too much on yesterday, and I don't want you to forget. I want you to let go of yesterday. And remember, it's what you're making yourself today. Okay? And like I said, the gentleman I see, it's going to be someone that you at least expect to go well with. Okay? He's not the best looking guy in the world. He's kind of a big nose. Like I said, he's like dark skin. But he will treat you like a lady. You got to stop, you'll have to stop trying to control him, though. Okay? Both of you have to learn how to compromise. You have a hard time compromising. And you want to be in full control. Just like James over there, you know. He's
That's why we'll never work.
Right. Look at him. He's a dirty old man at heart. You know that, right?
Aren't they all?
Kim, never take me seriously, okay? When you do that, then you've lost. She can take. I also will tell you that there's 2 women that you're going to run into, and you're going to have the pleasure of insulting him. Not in a bad way, but you know how to do it in a way that, oh, when they get home, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he just insulted me, you know? But and because you know how you learn how to do this in a nice way. You don't hate people, do you?
Mm-mm.
No, because it's a waste of time, okay? And anyone that's in your life happens for a reason. And the relationship could happen within the next 8 months. And like I said, it's going to be following you in your dream. Your adopted dad, told me to tell you that he wishes he could tell you how proud he is of you.
Mm.
He also always kisses. If you feel a light breeze on your cheek, that means he's kissing you tonight or whatever. Was he a smoker?
He was.
And can I can smell him smoke? He enjoyed the alcohol every once in a while.
A little bit, not.
Yeah, okay. But I can smell the cigarette smoke. And do you wear a hat?
Well, he died
Baseball
when I
cap.
was 6,
Yeah,
so I
oh,
don't.
okay. Your adopted dad died when you were 6, okay. But he says he still holds you in his arms. And he says he has your teddy bear that you had. You probably don't remember having it, but he had. And he also will tell you, just stay away from his wife or your adopted mother. She's poison to you. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know what I'm talking about. You've always been very aware and subconscious of your appearance, haven't you? Even as a child.
Oh, yeah.
You taught yourself how to be who you are today. Always had a lot of people, women especially, very envious of your looks. You've always had a lot of men who are trying to take advantage of you as well, but that made you stronger for you. You know, when you love someone, you truly give your whole heart and soul.
Mm.
You know, but you become almost obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to learn to balance that. Does that make sense to you? You have to learn how to let him love you too. He's not a piece of property. You have to learn how to accept each other. See, the one thing about what we both do at work, we learn every day from other people as well.
Very
When
much.
you get to the say, you know what, I know it all, we have learned absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't expect James to come in and tell you how he follows your path. That's a pretty good feeling, isn't it?
It is.
You know. Like I said, can you afford $300 speeding ticket?
I could afford it, but I don't want to.
There you go. Okay. So there's a warning. I also will tell you that I see laser surgery. You wear contacts?
No, I've had eye surgery twice.
Oh, did you? Okay, so that really helped you a lot, right? You got one more coming that's going to completely work.
Mm.
Okay. You got to watch your sugar intake. You have a lot of protein. That you need to take a lot more protein. I also see that you're going to be around till you're at least 97 to 102 years old.
I've said that before.
Okay. And you're going to be walking down the line, boyfriend, the food's over here, help me get over, you know. But
Feisty till the end, huh?
that's right. I don't see you with dementia. And when I do see you have a nice, comfortable home, I also see you crossing over in your sleep, very natural, in your own bed.
Mm.
Okay. I don't know what's in the Swift House, but you're going.
Hmm.
Okay. Expect the next 5 years to do a hell of a lot of travel. You like to travel?
India,
Canada?
Canada, and the Swiss Alps.
Okay.
I do
Yeah.
love to travel.
Yeah. So when I'm up there and say, you go, girl, you know. But see, you won't, because that's the thing is that you don't allow yourself to be sick.
Mm.
Because when you get sick, you can really get sick. You take the flu shots?
No.
And that will pull you down, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I refuse to go. That's why I don't go to the hospital. They'll say, have you had a flu shot? No. They don't want to give me one. I won't take it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I won't take this stuff for a diabetic problem. I can feel my own. Unfortunately, Mary has to, you know. And when she goes to the hospital. But one of the things I do see about you is that, you love your car, huh?
I do.
What year is it?
What kind you got?
I just bought a Veloster in January, brand new, 2019.
Nice.
I loved my Fiat before for 5 years, but
I want you to be extra careful. I don't want you to be on the show doing your videoing while you're driving and come to it. Then it would be your fault.
Mm.
And you don't want to ruin your beautiful car. What are you doing?
doesn't do that. She drives hands. She does all her live videos
See?
hands free, and she's driving with it, and she's focused on the road.
Yeah, but she's not focusing when she's talking. Her
Yeah.
mind wanders.
Yeah, but
Right?
she's good at both.
Yeah, but her mind wanders, and you gotta really watch so that you don't want to ruin your beautiful car, right?
No.
You know, and you don't want to total it out.
No, and you're talking a lot about my car now and speeding tickets and
I'm giving
Bad
you all
stuff.
these warning things, okay, so that we can turn them into a positive, okay?
okay.
And because I know for a fact that you would feel guilty if somebody got hurt.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So please, I that's why I'm giving you all these different warnings so we can them. And doesn't mean it's going to happen because there's never anything concrete. All it can mean is that we can avoid it from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Mary?
That's
Okay.
right.
And I had one lady say to me, thank you. Oh, no, you're going to have the car for fun. As long as you're careful. And I'm not telling you to go like I could never picture you driving like a little old lady. No, not at all. She doesn't even drive like a little old lady. She used to be a truck driver. So
Don't you do your show in your car?
Yeah, the one you see is a Cadillac, which I had a red Cadillac
Yeah.
years back.
Yeah.
That
And
was
she
my
does it right
pride
here.
and joy. That was
Yeah.
that was my trophy car. It won
Yeah.
trophies.
But just be careful, be aware. And like I said, by the time you're 55 or to 56, or maybe so, if you're not a millionaire, well, it is your own fault. Go up on your prices.
Mm.
Okay, people can afford you. If they want you bad enough, they'll find the money to get you. You know what I'm saying? That's like with me. You know, if they want me, that they can contact us. You know. Any questions?
What can I do to support my daughter better?
Be there and love her. Let her hit rock bottom. The more you get on her case about what she's doing, the more she's going to, whatever she's doing. Okay, just be there. Always let her know that you love her. Okay, and I know I remember when you two were having trouble. You two are so much alike. It's incredible. You know, always be there. Let her know that when she's broken, you're going to be there to help her build up her. So she's a little jealous of what you're doing. Okay, but you two have ever had that closeness that you would like to have.
We were pretty close when she was younger.
Yeah.
She's just,
That means she has her own mind now, right?
yeah.
And it wouldn't be like her mother's mind, would it? Okay. Where's her dad?
What is he? Where
Where
is
is he?
He's in Goffstown. He's unfortunately a lot closer to her than I am.
Well, right now she needs that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She really does. And he doesn't talk badly about you. He really doesn't. He's really jealous. He would love to go back with you just to let you know, okay? But you can't go back into the past and rebuild because that's impossible.
He drinks on a daily basis. He is not a good influence for her.
No, he's not. But right now that's what she needs. Does he live with her? Does she live with him?
No, but she lives in a building that he and his girlfriend own. She's their tenant.
And then she don't pay rent?
No, she pays rent.
I don't, the one thing I don't understand about people, how can you make your own child pay rent?
You have to.
You got bills to pay. You still got to pay your
Yeah.
bills no matter who lives there.
I don't know, I just couldn't. Like with my son, he's 46, I would never dream of charging him. But
How
that's
else?
who I am,
How else are they going to know the responsibility?
you know. And but that's just me, you know. And like my granddaughter, I'm so proud of her. When you almost lost her, close to a year now, right?
Yep.
I almost lost her to suicide.
He's doing
From
very good.
internet bullying, and a guy that she was with, having a new girlfriend, internet bullying, and we almost lost her. But now, she's going to Portsmouth to the community college. She's studying to be a veterinarian tech, and she just adopted a beagle.
Nice.
So, and she's really finding herself. See, there's a good example of what you were saying. She hit rock bottom now. Now she's, Grandpa, am I going to find a boyfriend? So I say, wait, I cannot do readings on you because you're my granddaughter. I don't like doing readings on my family
Why?
because I don't want to see what's going to happen with them, and I just don't recommend people doing readings on their own family members. I really don't because
Well, I've heard John Edwards say he can't do it for himself.
no. and I won't read it myself either. I had this one guy, and John Ross Emery, okay, and he used to read and stuff. And there's Tommy, his ex-partner, we used to flip. If it said it was like something, don't go out today, or something bad was going to happen, and then if you live with that, see, like when my son and my daughter-in-law were having some marital problems. And I kept reading it, and I kept flipping it over, because I didn't want to read what I was seeing. And like, I would have a hard time reading something, say like my son or my daughter had a sickness, and I would have a hard time with that. So I truly don't recommend anybody reading a family member, or even a best friend, because I think that you're going to try to change it for a positive. And you don't want to really do that with
Well,
people.
it's so hard to do for yourself that which you do for other people anyway. Like
Yeah.
about a month ago, I hired a guy. I went and did a VIP day in Chicago with the guy to help me with my marketing and my wording. Things that I help other people with, I can't do for myself.
No, and you're
Too
not
close to
supposed
it.
to. That's like Mary being a good co-host for me, and I don't like doing the show by myself. One time, Mary and I did it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yep. And Mary, you did it for
What
an
you
hour.
got to do, I'm trying to think who says that. What a baby's got to do, a baby's got to do.
Yeah, there you
That was
go.
Rugrats, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Who was that?
Rugrats.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And I can do a 2-hour show, and I feel like I'm mumbling when I'm by myself, and I'm not, and I don't read aloud well. I can read to myself and read quickly, but to sit there and read like a book, I could not read it aloud. I had a guy come in here one day, and him and his wife, and she said, "Oh, this is how you're going to do the show. This is how the question you're going to ask, and this is how we're going to answer." I go, "Really?"
Huh.
Somehow that paper fell in the garbage. You know how things happen, right? Could you picture you come and tell me how I'm going to ask you a question?
Huh.
You need to have free reign. Don't you agree?
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to constrict you to whatever you want.
Well, some shows that I'm on and some of the interviews that I do, they'll send over a list of questions that they want you to answer before you go on, or they want you to send questions that they can ask you. And on our show, we just do
Like
what
I
you
do,
do.
yeah.
We just chat
Well,
it up.
Mary does it too,
Yeah.
right, Mary?
Yeah, I won't do anything on paper.
No.
Unless I'm doing a recipe or something like that.
Yeah.
Folks, I want
do you
you
like
to see.
homemade beans?
Beans?
You like homemade baked beans?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! When I have a psychic event, she has to make 2 to 3 pots of beans
Yep.
because that's how quick they sell. I saw a guy having beans for breakfast this morning.
That's such a northern
I'm
thing.
making beans for a restaurant, but they don't want me to say who it is.
That's right. Yeah, but I cracked up watching them. My friend Bob, he eats beans in breakfast. Do you eat beans for breakfast?
I don't.
Do you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Being from the South, when I first heard that, I said, I have baked beans for breakfast
That's good. Beans and hamburger and rice.
in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I kind of broke my usual 3 eggs and 1 slice of toast breakfast and had fried clams.
Yeah. Fried clams for breakfast.
And folks, I went to Blake's and I had a great waitress here. Marissa was her name.
Great
And
place.
if you,
Great place.
if you want a good plate of clams or a good meal, good breakfast, I would encourage people to stop at Blake's on 2nd Street. On South Main Street. And Melissa was excellent. We went in, we ordered, and within maybe took 10 minutes, and our food was right there. I've also, believe me, if they're not good, you'll hear about it on my show, and you'll hear about it on Facebook.
I'm like you when I go out to eat. I want it all inclusive in a price.
Yeah,
Remember you were saying Shaver Sean?
yeah.
You have to buy this, buy that. It's all
A la
extra.
carte.
I
A
hate
la carte.
that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. And I like everything on separate plates. Oh,
Oh, you're high maintenance. Oh.
even at home. Right, Mary?
Yep. And one
That's-
thing the folks should see, she's got a bracelet on. Can you show it?
Which
I'll
one?
pull that mic up to you.
Pull that. Can you pull it up on the camera that she's got? I haven't seen one of them.
The peace
And
bracelet?
I mean, yes.
I want one.
Can
That's
you
my-
see? Can you see it?
I love my bracelet.
Those came out in the '60s.
Yeah.
Have
I also
did they
have
yeah. Oh,
my peace sign on my belly button.
Oh.
I
Well,
got
we
peace
don't-
signs
yeah.
everywhere.
well, when you, how do you, do those bracelets have special meanings to you?
Actually, I just got this peace one in Sedona, in September. I was out there doing a speaking engagement, and I got it in Sedona. So the peace sign just really resonates with me. I have peace sign earrings that I wear almost every day. Yeah, I was.
My medallion with it from years ago. I still have it.
I can't wear gold.
I don't like gold. I like silver.
And this ear piercing, I have to be careful with it because now I can't wear them. I mean, I still can put it in, but it has to be very expensive earring if I wear it.
It's a very expensive wedding ring you got on there too.
Yeah.
That bad boy shines. It sparkles.
Yeah. Well, it's from my partner, so you know. Yeah. When and then I got this one too. You know. James, are you in a relationship right now? You got a girlfriend? Don't be shy.
Yes, I do.
Okay. You care a lot about her, don't you?
The problem is, you described me before when you said someone's just so caring and they want to do everything for the person and they forget who they are in the relationship. That's me. I put myself second.
Right. I am very spoiled. You agree?
I am.
I spoil the other person I'm with all the time, and I
enjoy
want
it.
nothing in return.
Yeah.
I ask for nothing.
Yeah, but you enjoy doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Like Scott will make dinner, and he makes sure I have it on my different plate. He makes me like coffee in the morning, and whatever I want.
Sometimes we'll go for supper, and this guy, he'll bring his coffee right to him.
Yep.
And even though we sleep,
He's a good man.
Yeah, we're very fortunate.
Well, I look forward to finding my king because I want to treat him that way too.
But you also have to allow him to treat you that way too.
True that. Definitely needs to be in both directions.
And if the thing is, when you're in a relationship, it has to be a two-way street. And believe me, how he puts up with me, I don't know. I'm a very temperamental person.
I can imagine.
But I'm getting better. Like I said one time, this lady thought she knew how to do the tarot cards. She said, well, when Scott gets his money, you two are going to break up and all that. So I had this weird dream. I woke up and I went into the room. You're going to break up with me. I know you are. I'm going on and on. He looks at me, turns over and goes back to sleep. So I went back to bed and muttered. But we've been together for a long time, and I don't think we're going to go anywhere further, And the one thing that it's not all about, sex is great, but a relationship is not all about sex. It's about communication. It's about smacking your wife around once in a while, or her smacking you around. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding, folks. Love is a thing that comes from the heart.
I've said so many times lately, looks might get you in the bedroom, but it won't keep you in the home.
Nope.
If you don't have intellectual stimulation. As a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I could show you some of the most gorgeous pictures of this person, their body and their physique and everything. And when I met them, just horrible, just totally not in alignment, totally different lifestyles, totally different mindsets. And it was such a disappointment.
Well, a lot of that's the truth. A lot of men go out with women not for the true spirit, but for the gorgeousness of being, look at this, I had this gorgeous lady on my arm, but then he goes home and he goes out to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of women like it that way.
They're trophy wives.
Right, that's the word I'm looking for. And a lot of women enjoy having all the things, but they're still unhappy. Mm. You've been through it. You were a trophy person for a long time.
I guess I've had it a little bit,
but you were never happy with it.
No.
You have to be who you are, and it isn't all about material things. It's all about. Don't get me wrong. I'm a diamond girl.
You like being a trophy wife.
Oh, I sure do. I sure do. But I've gotten older now, so. And if they don't give me the diamond, honey, they would have to sleep on the couch. But I enjoy who I am today. I really do, and it's a whole new life. I like I said, I made money. The people I had made money. We had a room in my house that I lived in that we had, it looked like a discotheque. We had the lights that went around, and we had the mirrors on there, and we had, you named the liquor, we had every liquor going. But I was never happy.
Mm.
I literally had to lose. Please don't keep doing that, young man. Because when I lost everything and had to build everything back up, you know, I needed to shelter. And I had this one woman who worked there and gave me a pair of moccasins.
What happened to you that you lost everything?
Alcohol.
Oh, here come.
Oh.
Noms Community Corner.
Hello.
Hello.
You gotta turn.
Factors 12 in Rochester here.
Huh?
You gotta turn your radio down. Hold on.
How's that?
No, I can
still
hear the feedback.
background.
Is that better?
No.
Oh, can't be active because I just turned it down real low.
Oh, now you're okay.
That's good.
I'd like to start off saying everybody give prayers and thoughts for the people in Alabama that lost loved ones and had their homes destroyed. There were
23.
23 killed in all, range from age 6 to 89 years old.
Oh, they had a tornado or something?
Yeah, I got to call up
Yeah,
Alabama tonight.
that was bad.
Yeah. Well, you know, you keep messing around with Mother Nature. It's time that they start fighting. Mother Nature says enough is enough.
No, she's had enough.
Yeah, you know. And
These mudslides, tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, she's had enough.
with all the violence that's going on today, with all the hate, and I'm a firm believer, instead of hate, let's do love. Let's do positive energy, you know. Hey, I have a hot-looking lady here today, Joe.
Do ya?
Yeah, she's got nice blonde hair, and she looks like she's she looks like she's 30 when she's a little bit older.
She looks good in a bikini too, although
Yeah.
he hasn't actually seen it.
Yeah, well, I can fantasize. She just wrote a book on, what's it called?
This one, Mingle to Millions.
Mingle to Millions, Joe. And yeah, so we'll definitely. How are you doing down in Rochester?
Yep.
How's the weather down there?
Cold as all can be.
Yeah.
You're
but-
here too, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But at least it's not a blizzard.
Oh, God.
You know?
Berlin's even colder.
Yeah, I bet. Hey, has
There you have
anybody
it.
got killed or died in this weather, in this cold weather here in New Hampshire?
Uh,
One person dead.
I don't watch the news.
I don't either. There is one person that died out of the cold?
Yeah.
Like a homeless person or whatever, is there? You know? How's your dog doing?
she's doing great. Crazy as ever.
Yeah. Not spoiled, is she?
Oh, no. No, not spoiled a bit.
No. My granddaughter just adopted a beagle. And,
Nice dog.
Those are cute.
yeah, you know. And, you know, so Joe, yeah, so one thing we're looking at, Joe, is where you're living, you're going to be, you don't want to move from there, right?
Say that again.
Where you're living now, you don't want to move from there, right?
More likely in the near future to have more room.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bigger place, but not moving out of the town.
Well, long as our funds can afford it.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's a true with prices
No.
today. Well, you know what? If you read her book, Mingling with the Millions, it will tell you how to improve your finances, right?
Yep.
You know?
How to build business relationships.
Huh? And how to build it strong, you know? Yeah. You know?
What book is that again, Norm?
Mingle to Millions.
Mingle to Millions.
Mingle to Millions?
Yeah.
Yep.
It tells you how to
Oh.
motivate. It tells you, you go on, can you get it on Amazon?
You can get it on Amazon, yep.
Or on your own?
Either way, Amazon or CamiBaker.com.
Or on Cami, C-A-M-I, Baker.com. You can buy her book on there, too.
Hey, you spelled it right.
Yeah. Isn't that something? Yeah, I never did. And I remembered it,
I know.
you know.
Most people call me Tammy or Candy, but you've got it down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I used to say, what's her name again?
You did good today.
Yeah.
Fourth time on is a charm.
That's right. I love having your aunt on my show, by the way.
Do ya? That's
She-
awesome.
She's a good co-host.
I
Good.
tried.
Yes, she is.
The only trouble is, though, if I don't listen to it, she smacks me in the head.
I do. I have to.
Oh, do you give him Gibbs?
Oh, she smacks me all the time.
But you probably enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. We won't tell anybody, though. Well, remember, I've known her for a long, long time.
No, I was just watching Channel 9 News here, and they showed that part of Alabama. The devastation. Oh, my God. We should consider ourselves so fortunate we don't have to put up with those.
Yep. New Hampshire is. We are really pretty fortunate with the weather that we have. And where I live, where a lot of other areas have power outages, unless I forget to pay my bill. So, but we're pretty blessed by where I live. Yeah. So if people just realize how fortunate what they have and stop worrying about what they don't have, that would be a lot more, it would be a better way to success, Well, Joe, I got to let you go because we got another call coming through. It's been one of those busy days.
All righty. You all have a good night.
You too now. Yep.
Try to stay warm if possible.
Oh, yeah.
Catch you later.
Bye, Joe.
Catch you later. Bye, Candy.
Bye.
Candy? Yeah. Folks, he's right. We did forget this. Let's all send out prayers to Alabama, and all these other countries. Florida and all these, Puerto Rico and all these other states, people who have lost their home, people who are dying from starvation. But let's all start rebuilding our own country as well. And we have the universal spirit to just protect and to guide them and to help all these people. But we don't understand why all this is happening. I kind of do it. I think you do too. When you disrespect the earth, Mother Nature says, okay, I'm going to clean up all the evil, all the wood. And that's like one of the things I believe in is like when it rains. I believe that the spirit is washing the earth of all its filth. Too bad it couldn't wash the people's mind. I mean, I have a dirty mind. I'm not going to. Of course, Jim doesn't. Jim is actually a priest, retired. I love his facial expression.
I kind of have.
But one thing I'm looking at with you, too, is make sure you have a security lock on your credit card. You don't want somebody evading it, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, that's what I can see happening. Comcast went into my account. I didn't even owe them any money, and they took out a very large amount of money. And I didn't even have the money in the account. They still took it. Oh, no. So I called up the bank. They said, well, the credit card that I have allows that to happen.
I had a chargeback on my bank account for $3,000. Just got pulled out at one time without me knowing it was coming. Put me in the red. Can happen.
That's what it did to me. And luckily, the bank that I had didn't charge me for an overdraft. It happened twice, actually. So we had to change everything around. Folks, if you're on Comcast, do not give them your credit card number. Do not set up where it can automatically be withdrawn. But they will take out more than what they're supposed to.
See, I won't have that done.
No. I did it, so now we're going to be buying those credit cards.
Prepaid
card, and we'll pay more that way. Unless you're worth millions like Jim is, and then he doesn't bother with it.
He just works at Home Depot because it's fun, and he likes people.
Right, yeah. Do you motivate the people there, James?
Yes, I do.
I'll bet you do.
I can't picture him not doing it. Now, which one do you work at?
Hookset.
Oh, okay. Could I go to the one on Bedford? Yeah.
I gotta take a selfie with me and Jim while we're sitting here with the.
There you go. Get right up there close, Jim. Your favorite fan.
Fun.
You didn't know you were going to be that popular. You're going to be seen all around the world.
I don't care.
All right.
Take good pictures.
There you go. And you
Your
can
girlfriend's
say.
not going to be jealous, is she?
No.
No.
Yeah, but jealousy is so much fun.
Some people live for it.
I did.
You did?
I love going out when I'm marrying men. No commitment, no involvement. I got caught twice by two different women.
Huh.
And one of them, I started working in a place here, and she come walk in and go, oh, no. And she and I became best of friends.
Huh.
Because it's if a person knows they're married, that's their and they choose to do whatever they want to do. Oh, I'm not going to tell you folks I was a saint. I think you can already know that. Well, Mary, you've known me for a long time.
Yep, a long time.
If anybody says that they have a perfect life, then I don't want to talk to them.
There is none.
If they'll lie about that, they'll lie about other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody has a perfect life.
So, and I love these readers and counselors that say, "Oh, my life has all been peaches and cream." Then you can't counsel
No.
anybody.
I wouldn't trust a person like
Not
that.
true.
Oh, they graduate freshly from college and they've been a spoiled little child and they don't know reality of life.
Look at her. She gets out there. She tells her life like it is. That's what I like. Just
Thank
no
you.
sugarcoating.
Does she wear a bikini on her show?
We don't go there.
Ooh, he's not answering that one.
He's a girlfriend. Don't get him in trouble.
Being
Oh, that's fun.
No, the word is being polite.
That's right.
Oh, that one
being,
is it?
being politically correct.
I don't know how to be
Respect the
polite.
women.
Huh?
I don't know how to be polite. You and I always told it like it is. And that's the way. Mary and Mary does too. And that's
How
what
did I
don't.
come on the show the first time, I wonder? It's been so long ago.
I'd have to look at
I don't
it.
know. I've always been such a guerrilla marketer. I weaseled my way
I think
in
that
somehow.
you were into real estate.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
probably talking about the car show or something.
Yeah, and you were talking about how you were going to come on the car show.
Yeah.
Plus, there's one person we both know. We won't mention their name.
Aggressive
Yeah,
real estate.
yeah.
And then I met you and your daughter at Market Basket.
We
wasn't it?
were. I remember.
Yeah,
And
several years ago.
in the Island Market Basket, yeah.
Yeah. And we talked for about a half hour right there. People were going by and
We did.
we're
My
chatting.
daughter was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah, I like it with alcohol. One of the things that I like doing when I always ask the perpetration of the customer is may I speak to you for a moment? I'll give a business card. I'll say to him, that's what I did. I started doing a reading on you. That's what
You did.
Yeah, and I whenever if you're in the Market Basket, James, and I'll walk over to you and say, may I? Because I might see something, but I always ask permission before I do a reading on anybody.
Yeah, because not everyone likes it.
That's right.
You have to be.
Yeah, that's why I always say, may I, first. And they say, no, fine, that's up to them,
Actually, when I was in network marketing 10 years ago, I've actually softened up a lot. I've been a lot more tenacious. And there was a woman,
She
and
used a big word.
I know.
there was
remember that one.
there was
Yeah.
a woman that was a really powerful woman, and I asked her. I said, "You're so powerful, and you have all these." I had all these men on my team that were intimidated and they were not having my coaching. They were just really hard to get along with. I said, "How do you do it? How do you get men on your team to follow you and respect you?" She said, "You need to ask them their permission before you tell them what you're wanting to tell them." So in other words, Norm, do I have your permission to tell you what you need to hear?
Right. That's
And-
like before you went on.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, my friend Patty Pingree said to me, you didn't ask my permission. I was so, because here I was, that great superstar, all that stuff, And she said, you didn't ask my permission to do a reading. I mean, oh my God, I didn't. Because when people get really intimidated when you start reading them. And then after I get through reading, like if they come, I'm in the Market Basket or I'm in a restaurant or wherever, I'll only thank them for allowing me to do that. I think that's important that you all, like when you go and you talk to someone, we always say, thank you for allowing us to be here. I did a show one time over in Bedford, a live stage show. And this little old lady, she says, come here. I go, what? She says, why am I always so itchy? She's 82 years old, so I told her what to do. She called me back 2 weeks later and thanked me for it, told her my advisor, and stuff. But, and I don't care how old you are. Sex is always going to be an important part of your
We're
life.
animals.
Yeah.
We're made that way.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think we're wild animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Think about it. Animals don't kill unless they're trapped. Animals don't kill unless they need something for their table. People will walk up, will say, somebody will walk up, and I'm not meaning you're going to get shot, Jay, so don't panic, okay? We'll walk up, I don't like you, pal, turn around and walk away. And people, the sad part is, so what your job is helping to realize the positive energy that they can work with to increase their millions of dollars or increase their thoughts. Does that make sense to you?
Well, and I always, at the end, I don't thank them the way that you do, but what I say is, it's been my honor to serve you.
Yeah.
That's how I acknowledge it.
Yeah, and I always tell everybody at the end of the show, What do we always say to him, Mary?
You're number one.
You're the winner. Always being the winner. Because I don't believe in failure. And you know what else I have found out? And it really breaks my heart. I never knew how many female drug addicts there are. You always hear about the men. On the men are overdosed. On the men are dying. My office, I get a lot of people will say, "Oh my God, you know how they." I've got 3 that I'm so proud of. I'm gonna try to pick you up with them and have you so you can encourage them how to improve their life.
Well, you know, with me working with all these business people with causes that they are passionate about to build their business, one of my clients is Karen Kohlberg. She's the president of the Board of Realtors on the Seacoast. And through us working together, she's created Realtors for Recovery. And Realtors for Recovery is partnered with the Rotary, and Rotary has taken it upon themselves to eradicate the opioid crisis. And so, you know, when you're talking about men or women that are in recovery and addiction, as a matter of fact, in the last month, we did a diaper drive. So one of the women found out, she said, you know, I'm in my 40s. I never had kids. I didn't realize how expensive diapers were, but she had bought diapers to go to this baby shower. She said, diapers are really expensive. So about 4 of us got together and decided we were going to do a diaper drive and raise up diapers. And we're like, who do we want to give these diapers to? There's families in transition. There's all these parents that need them. And on the in Portsmouth, there's a place called Hope on Haven Hill, which is where women who are coming through opioid recovery can go and have their babies in a safe place and get back on their feet. So in the last 30 days, Karen and all of her people, letting people know that they're doing this diaper drive, they were looking to gather up 1,000 diapers, and they ended up getting 8,000 diapers. And I've got a picture of them, just stacks and stacks of boxes of diapers that are all going to Hope on Haven Hill. And so it's all part of the opioid recovery and the Realtors for Recovery, and it's just beautiful. So come September, we're doing an event about stories of recovery, and we'll have 8 or 10 people in recovery, men and women, talking about where they were and then coming through on the other side, and now they're in recovery because, you know, I'm in recovery. And
How long is it sober?
Well, I quit drinking. My daughter's 20. She was about 18 when I first quit drinking. And about 10 years into being sober, I got married. And long story short, we went on our honeymoon, and I had a glass of wine. So that set me off for another 3 years. So technically, it's been 4 years now since I've had anything to drink. Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You know, I can't say. I mean, I've made 23 years, and it hasn't been easy. Okay, because I miss the tingling of the ice in the glass, you know, and then, but then I go back and I see where I had been, and I like what I went into a bar, into a restaurant one time. I had got discouraged, you know, one of those bad days, and we always pick up where we leave off. You agree with that?
Oh yeah, worse.
And so I ordered triple CC with soda, and all of a sudden and there was a gentleman sitting down there beside me, you know, and I'm chatting away, you know, and the guy, and my granddaughter picture fell out. And I said, oh my God. And that was, I paid for the drink, pushed the drink down to the guy, and the bartender looks at me like I'm really speaks, what the hell are you doing? I said, I paid for it, right? He goes, yeah. I said, well, I want him to have it. He's looking at me, okay. When I got up to leave, the man, you know, I went to say goodbye to the man. It was the spirit of me and what I would look like had I picked up that drink again.
Get out.
Yeah. And I said, that was it.
Wow.
You know, because I was a martini girl, you know, and then I was a Canadian Club. Then I
was Bacardi and Diet Coke.
Yeah. Every time I drank Bacardi, I blacked it out.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah. I mean,
just
one
did it
sip,
a lot.
yeah, one sip would drop me right out. But I refused to give up my homemade cigarettes. You know,
I actually quit drinking before I quit smoking before I quit drinking, which was kind of bizarre.
I still smoke. I don't mean cigarettes either. You know, like I said, I got hypnotized with that. You remember him, right? On my show, yeah, in April. Yeah, no, yeah, because Scott got done in May. Was it April or May, Scott?
Last year?
Yeah, well, no, 6 years ago. You know, and I lit up a cigarette one day. I said, okay.
Wow.
Because he told me that if that happened, that I would be going to take it. Like, I won't describe. And then, so I believe by me changing my life around is why I'm alive today. And I also will tell you, I also believe that we have to do better to help. We have to set the example. If we're going to talk about it, we dare not, better live it. Like with you, when you talk about Mingle to Millions. And how do they get that book?
It's on Amazon. It's actually on barnesandnoble.com now, and they can just go straight to me, CamiBaker.com. You can go to Facebook and send me a private message, and you can actually get a free copy of it at CamiBaker.com/free book if you just want the PDF. And if you want a signed copy, it's $20 for the book. So.
Can't say the price.
Oh, sorry, it's not $20 for the book.
There you go. Because I can get kicked off.
Well, I'm not selling it. I'm telling you what they're charging when you go to Barnes and Noble. Yeah, donation of, yeah. Okay. And actually, speaking of donations, when I sell a book, I give one to Dress for Success. Are you familiar with Dress for Success?
I've heard of it.
So Dress for Success has been around for a long time. It's in every state and many, many countries. And the one in Worcester, Dress for Success Worcester, I've partnered up with. They've read the book. They love the book. And what Dress for Success does is it not only do they dress women with clothing that they need for a job interview or to go get a business loan or what have you, but they also do all kinds of trainings and mindset stuff. So I thought, well, the only product I have is my book, and if you're homeless or hungry, you don't need my book. But if you're in transition, going through business, then you can use it. So I decided that they would be the people that I would donate a book to for everyone I sell. So in 2 weeks, I have the honor of donating 25 books, and instead of just dropping the box off, they're going to bring a bunch of their graduates, the women who've gone through the program and gotten jobs and moved on in the world and are doing great things, and they're going to come, and I'm going to do a talk. I'm going to read from the book, and I'm going to do a book signing. And that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Well, I'm gonna I gotta rebuild my. She and I have a foundation called Healing Ponds, and what that is for people who have animals and they can't afford to go to the veterinarian. And I pulled back for a long time because I didn't rebuild my own life back, and won't even pay for the husband being neutered. Only kidding, folks, but anyway, And what we do is you can't afford to go to the vet, then we'll pay for it. The only thing we don't pay for is shots. And we don't pay for them to get neutered or fixed because there's enough programs out there to do that. And we do not help pay the charity foundation. It has to be through a veterinarian, and a veterinarian won't tell, like if you have a dog or a cat, you can't afford it, or Jim has a cat or a dog, and we will help pay the expenses of the animal. And we had a pretty successful year last year. Okay, so. Yeah. I pulled back for a while, and I got to get back into it. This is what I want. I don't want it so much to read. I'm not so sure if I want readers or more, but people like veterinarian nature, like you maybe having a book signing, and you want to do some of the proceeds to and we'll have Jim come up and play guitar and sing for us, and stuff like that.
I do a lot of that. I love to do book signings and donate the money. I've got a friend down in the Peabody area who's having an event in April, and I'll be doing a book signing and donating all the profit to whatever his charity is. Route 1 Cares is the name of his new charity. So
don't you find it cut back to you tenfold?
Oh yeah. It's great. It's a great way to get my book in more hands, and it's a great way to publicize myself. But it's also a way to talk about those organizations, because Dress for Success just got another plug, And when I'm traveling, if I go to Washington or Florida or California, I can contact a Dress for Success there, and I can say, hey, for every book I sell, I donate one to your folks. So if you want to have an event, have me come speak. If I sell 20 books, then I'll donate 20 books to you guys, and it's just win-win-win. Everybody working together. Yeah,
and yes, it is a tax write-off. I'm not looking at it that way, but still. But you know what? The sad part is you have to look at the tax write-off. The only charity I won't do is the Red Cross.
I've heard that a very small percentage of their dollar actually goes to what they're doing.
The director or the president, the CEO of Red Cross makes more money than the president. When our house, remember that blizzard we had in October, 5 years ago? When we had a big blizzard, and nobody showed up together, and the whole cellar burned down. The fire department was fantastic. We lost our lights, we lost our gas, but everything was gone for 3 weeks? Okay. So, and it got cold when we refused to move. We went up to get help with the Red Cross, and they wouldn't help us. They helped everybody else. And they said, we've given enough to people. So, and then me being gay, I cannot get blood. You know, and I think that, but I did one time, and I called them. I didn't tell them I wanted. I called them. I said, oh, by the way, I called from the payphones so they couldn't trust. Remember the old payphones, right? And I said, I just donated blood to you guys, and I'm gay. Have a good day.
Oh.
What are they gonna do? Throw all that blood away? So, like, if you needed my blood, me being gay, I would not be allowed to tell them that. I try to be straight. I don't know how. You know?
Is it because there's more of a chance of AIDS or something?
Yeah, that's what they say back in '85. But you know what? Both men and women have it today. Most men and most of it's caused from dirty needles. And
That is true.
you know, and it's easier for a man to give a woman that disease than it is for a woman to give a man that. Okay. And the one thing about you is also, you are that's why you are being successful, because you are very charitable at what you do, you know. And it's important. And if you did not, and if you're going to give back to the community, do you think you'd be that successful?
No, and that's why the name of the new book is How You Can Be a Referral Magnet While You...
I know who you mean for the Patriots.
And she figures they
who's
give
that
us a
running
call,
back?
folks.
Yeah.
But
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
Eric, what a waste of, you know, here he was, a superstar, a good model for children and all that. But sometimes you just can't outgrow your back. I believe you're born with this type of attitude. I really do. I've seen a lot of spirits that come in with negative attitudes, and they don't realize it. My oldest stepson was that way. Wow. These are all changing mechanisms. For the last 13 months, you've been struggling and struggling and struggling and praying that the ends will meet, and then you don't have to sell any property and stuff like that. No, I don't see that happening. Okay, I am going to suggest that you don't refinance.
Okay. We were thinking about it, but then we...
And the reason why they would balloon the rates up so high towards the end, you know, and I think I don't want to see you end up losing everything.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would be very depressing for him. There you go. Love. You are a very loving, caring person. Sometimes you over love. In other words, you wear it on your sleeve. Does that make sense to you? But you don't love yourself.
I do, but I still have my moments. You know, I'm still dealing with...
Look in the mirror. Let them hang out there, honey. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, I mean...
and do it nude. I'm not trying to be a dirty old man.
No, actually, that's what I tell my clients. You gotta, look in the mirror.
And just say how beautiful you are. You are beautiful inside, that you are beautiful outside, that you are who you are, and like who you are. Not what you are, but who you are.
Right.
Okay? And always remember, you go to water every day. When we don't remember that, then we kind of forget, don't we? I'm a big problem with that. I have to start doing that. Oh, my God, I got to tell you. Good thing my roommate got up at, 3 o'clock in the morning, Scott? 4? Yeah. I guess I left the water that clogged on over the sink and all that. The towel that went out. I said, oh, my God. I said, did I really do that? Maybe that's apparently. If I didn't do it, and I wondered, I'm not sure, or if the spirit did it, maybe to give you a wake-up call. Because spirits can do stuff like that. You're aware of that, right? Do you live on a sandy road?
I do.
Got a lot of potholes?
We'll just call it... Yeah, we call it potholes. It's
okay. You need to... are they dirt roads?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You're going to get a grader and grade it down.
Yeah, they're actually starting to do that now.
Okay. Otherwise, you're going to lose a transmission.
Yeah.
And those are expensive.
Yes, they are.
You built a boat?
Built a boat?
Did your husband? Well, guess what? That's his next project.
No, we have a boat, but...
Right, but he has also built a new kind of a storage shed?
Yes.
come out pretty good?
Oh, yes.
You did it?
No, they did. I helped. Yeah,
Well, you did.
I put my 2 cents
I was
in.
going to say, you're the supervisor, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're
I was.
very good at supervising.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, that's your job, you know that, right? When it come out really well. I also want to tell you, I see your nephew getting a girlfriend.
I hope so. He really deserves to be happy.
He's afraid to be, because he got hurt very badly.
Yeah.
Okay. I also will tell you that he's got to give up his drinking, but it's not up to me to say. It's all up to him, you know. One thing about being an alcoholic, I have no right to tell other people what to do. You can just pray for them.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do.
Okay.
Hope for the best.
Do you have a sister?
Mm-hmm.
You okay with her?
I am now, yeah.
Yeah, she's learning to accept you. Kind of weird as far as she's concerned, because you've always done your own thing, and she's always been following of other people, and now you two are going to get a lot closer. She's actually going to come to you for a lot of help. Okay.
Yeah.
Please don't turn your back on her.
No, I'm actually ready to start a relationship with
You
her.
two have to forgive each other. Okay. Mainly, you both have to forgive yourselves. Okay. And did your dad have a potty mouth?
Yes, my father was very abusive. He was very loud. He was an alcoholic.
Yeah, thank
so,
you,
yeah.
because he says it's about time you two get together. And he says, if you two want, I mean, you and your sister.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He says, you don't care if you get together with him or not. As far as he's concerned, he doesn't think he did anything wrong.
Well, of course he didn't.
You know. He
That's
was just-
okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. But
When he crosses over, he'll have a whole new
he's
attitude.
still alive today.
He is, as far as I know.
He has dementia.
Yeah, outside. Well, yeah.
Is he in his
Alzheimer's dementia.
80s?
Yeah, he's got to be in his early 80s by now. Maybe late 70s.
I actually get having him. Karma has a way of paying people back, and he has to come to terms with what he did to hurt. You're not the only one he hurt, just to let you know. He had this thing about younger generation. I'll put it that way. Okay. And he's going to come for you for apologies. You know what? You don't have to apologize. You don't have to accept his apology, because I don't see it being sincere. The only thing I see with that is that he wants to try to make amends so he can go to the other side. When he and your mother divorced, she still loved him.
Really?
Even though what he did to her and what he's done to other people, but she still had that. She's got to stop blaming herself. She also still alive? Okay. Very angry at times?
All the time.
Okay. You don't have to forgive her either. You just forgive the actions. She's also very jealous of you and your husband.
I've gotten that feeling.
Why be jealous? Why
Yeah.
not?
I can't
Because
see it.
yeah, I think it's the success and the how far I've come and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to do.
You know, if my son got a $100 an hour job, I'd be happy for him. Or if he got a $10 an hour job, you'd still be happy. My granddaughter thinking about joining the military. But I don't think she has how do you call it, scoliosis in the back?
Scoliosis.
So that may not allow her in there, okay. But she's going to be an animal tech. We almost lost her to suicide.
Wow.
But we all prayed. Huh?
Another one.
We got another feather?
Another feather.
Mary draws the feathers in.
I get more feathers
The angels.
in here, and I believe in angels.
I actually look at you writing a book about how the angels are helping you heal others.
Really? Yeah. I do have a book ready to go. It's not that one, but
Well, that's just the beginning. This year, but you gotta claim it, can be very successful for you emotionally, health-wise, sex-wise, but money-wise, health-wise, and peace of mind-wise. Okay. I know that you have at times tried to sabotage your relationship because you are so afraid of having somebody love you. And he was almost the same way. But he stuck by you, didn't he?
Yep.
And he always will.
Yeah.
And you're going to be sticking by him. Okay? Don't be so jealous of him. Let it go. It's only going to hurt you.
yeah, okay. I can
will
kind
never-
of see where that is. Yeah.
You know where I'm coming from. You gotta,
I do.
You have to learn how to trust him more. Okay? Will you have an affair on you? No.
No.
Has he been tempted? Probably, but never go through with it. He's always going to look at cute women, I guess, or whatever. But that's part of mankind.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cute women is there, But I also will tell you he has a very open heart. Okay. Do you have a dog?
I did.
Your dog passed?
She did.
Okay. If I told you what time for you to get another one, what would you say?
I don't know. I found a kitten in Maine over the summer. I'd swear to God it's reincarnated.
Is it?
There's a
It is.
lot.
Most of your animals are. But your dog that passed,
A lot
and
of-
you hear noises like a ball bouncing or something like a river. That's actually your dog that passed. He told me to tell you to get another dog. He
Yeah.
said, don't get it from a family. Don't go to the shelter. Don't go check it somebody who might want it, because there's a lot of them out there,
Yeah.
And I don't encourage buying dogs from a pet store or anything like that, because if they don't fit a certain way, well, you see it all the time.
Yeah.
My friend got a dog, and they got thrown, they were going to reel it, and she brought it home, just like that story on there. You also have a brother?
I have 3 brothers.
3 brothers. You got one that needs to make amends with you.
Okay.
But you don't need to make amends, but he's going to do that. You're okay with your brothers?
For the most part, yeah.
Families
They
never
don't. They don't
close.
live around here.
No,
we
they
talk to
have
each
their
other.
choices. You have
Holidays.
your life, and they have theirs.
Yeah.
Okay? One thing I do see one thing about your family. I do see a lot stronger family tie between your husband and his family, you and your family, you and his family as well. They all love each other on the front, but I am wondering if it's all it's real. And I did a reading on your mother-in-law, by the way. That was pretty cool. Nice
Mother-in-law?
lady. Yeah. And that you're related to
Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah, that was her mom.
That was her mom. So that was her mom, not
Yeah.
your mom. Oh,
No.
okay. Did she tell you I did a reading on him?
No, I actually haven't. I haven't heard from her.
You don't have a lot of contacts. You're busy with your own life.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way, because she didn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, when we go up to the camp in Maine, we do, spend talk and stuff like that. But
You two can talk the night away. And enjoy doing it. Okay. A little glass of wine, I've been yelling about her on wine drinking. Somebody has to, right? Once again, what's your speed? You have a bald tire.
I probably do.
And I'm looking at the front on the passenger side. Your family's, who's mechanically not inclined?
Non-mechanically inclined.
Yeah.
In my family,
Is your husband mechanically inclined?
he is. Yeah. He likes to try and at least fix the vehicles before taking it
Sometimes
someplace.
it makes it worse that he helps, and then he figures it out.
Well, yeah. I mean,
He
plus
has
he's
to
got
figure
friends
everything.
that are mechanics, so.
I actually see, I don't know what's in Tennessee, but I see you and your husband going to Tennessee. You ever been to the old Grand Ole Opry?
No.
No?
No.
Country and Western
His family's
You
from,
love
well, his mother's side is from Kentucky, so it's
Okay.
close enough to.
And I see you going down that way. I think it's going to be a great trip. When was the last time you two got away, just the two of you?
It's been a while.
There's been company between your work, his work, and Mama babysitting her son.
Yeah, it's financial issues mostly.
Right, yeah. But actually, when it's time for you to go on a trip like into the mountain or just by yourself, I would actually encourage you just to get away, to get to know each other, okay? That cat that you have, you actually kept it alive, okay? Pretty grateful.
Yeah.
It's your,
Yeah, you know how the animals choose their owners? Both my cats. I have a 14-year-old cat as well. Both of them, my boyfriend's cats.
I was
I
gonna
feed
say.
them. I take care of them. They're his.
we have a cat we call Big Boy,
Oh,
and that's
he's
Scott's
beautiful.
baby. When he wants
Big
attention,
tiger.
Scott literally had to sit on the floor when he wants Scott's chair. And he'll go to sleep in that.
You know what I
That's it.
love? When the cat, I've been there, and the cat's sleeping, I think it's adorable. He'll wake the cat up to make him go eat. But it's
My
beautiful.
dog, it's funny, my dog is my dog. I love Scott, my dog is my dog. The cat is his cat. But when the cat decides he wants to sleep on my couch, I have to sit on the floor. Don't you?
Yeah, they take over the house. That's
Yeah.
that's for sure.
One time we had 3 cats and my dog Bud, no, 4 cats. And many times I've had to sleep on the floor, Scott, too, because, like you just said. But they know how to survive better than you and I do. One of the comments I made on my website was, who's wilder, the animals or the people? I believe the people are, not the animals don't kill for the hell of it. They really, people just walk up to you and shoot you.
Yeah.
Ooh, spiritually, you're becoming very,
Excuse
very strong.
Good. That's actually one of my goals this year.
Okay. Don't be afraid to speak in the unknown language. There's